This podcast was recorded on the traditional lands of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the sovereignty of which was never ceded. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all First Nations people.
Poster Boys. Wow.
Hello.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's staying in.
I was waiting for a go.
I'm going to be here till 2 a.m.
You know when people do rock, paper, scissors and you don't know if you're going on scissors or
Paper or rock.
go?
Yeah. I'll shoot.
Oh yeah, you call it.
Scissor, paper, rock.
Yeah, that's Australian.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if we were going on like after one or if you were going to say 3, 2, 1, go. So I just kind of stared at you. And that's where we are. Welcome to Poster Boys.
Hello, welcome to Poster Boys. I'm Harry.
I'm Stacey.
And we are watching every single film that Robert Pattinson has ever been in. And it's episode 3.
Episode 3. We've made it through The Dragon's Heart.
Not what it's called.
Curse of Nibelung.
I think that is one of its names. Hey, but you know what? Doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter, it's done. We don't need to
I've already forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And I feel at peace with that.
However, if you haven't watched episodes 1 and 2 yet...
It's great content.
They're
it's
great.
riveting stuff.
Yeah.
Don't let our current apathy turn you away from the fact that it's great content.
Great content. You will laugh, you will cry.
When are they going to cry?
When they realise what their film is and how bad it was. So if you haven't watched them, go and watch them and then come back and we can talk about, oh my God, wasn't that awful?
Well, they can't.
They can't. Well, they can pretend.
If you share with your friends and family, you can talk about it with them.
Exactly.
But what are you watching today, Stacey?
Well, it's going to be an interesting one, Harry. We're watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Harry Potter, a series that haunted my childhood due to my name. That and the giraffe. Do you have that?
The Life Education van?
Yes, which I think they only have in Australia, but for context...
No!
Oh, really?
I had a life... if it's the same thing...
Is it a Commonwealth thing?
It must be.
It's like Commonwealth, the king is the king, the giraffe's in a van and teaches you not to smoke.
Yes.
Basically, there's a giraffe called Healthy Harold that is in a van and comes to your school, and then the giraffe puppet tells you not to smoke.
Yeah, and you all...
And I guess it worked, I don't smoke.
No, neither.
But also his name is spelled differently to mine, as I would always say.
But also, like, do I not smoke because Harold told me not to, or because I just don't want to smoke? But there was also, like, a light-up, like...
Oh, anatomy.
Like, anatomy body.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, this is the liver. And smack it. And, like, the walls were Velcro.
Oh, yeah, texturally, it was very fun.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
And this was before the days of, like, any kind of...
Stimming, sensory, understand. It was just a dark room with a giraffe and a light up body.
Anatomical body.
We don't need to dwell on the fact that we don't know how to say anatomical.
And
we
then
can skate past that.
I don't know if it was the same here, but you would come out of the van and you'd get to stroke the puppet.
Yes, you did. I thought you were having a stroke for a second. No pun intended.
No.
But no, yes, that was a factor. So yeah, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Which, what's your relationship like to the Harry Potter films and books?
So, we had all of the books in my household. I have seen Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Great.
And played it on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, me too. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nintendo!
Which I liked. It was fun. It was cute. I saw the second one, Chamber of Secrets, again when it came out. I stopped there.
Decided you were done. I
didn't follow... I wasn't like, ooh, where's the next one?
And for context, Stacey is a white English woman who up until recently had purple hair. So you'd think Harry Potter right up your alley.
Yeah.
And
yet here we are breaking those stereotypes.
It's so brave of you, actually, to come out as a millennial English person who doesn't like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Or don't even doesn't like, has no relationship.
Yeah, it's not that I dislike it. It's just that I don't know much about. I've been to Harry Potter in Florida, like the land.
Harry Potter World in Florida?
Yeah, I've been there.
That is even weirder to me. That you
And I went on this
you
little...
didn't understand jack shit there. I presume.
No, it was a little bit culty, like...
Well, the
I was like, everyone here knows something I don't, and it feels unnerving. Like, I went on this ride where you sit and you're like flying around with him, and they're like, oh no, and I was just smiling, having a grand old time. And yeah, so I'm not completely oblivious to the world of Harry Potter, but
you haven't been obliviated, which is I think
that
a
a
term from the
reference?
books. Yeah. For context, I've read all the books so many times. I haven't watched the movies that much
no.
because I read the books first and then the movies because the movies couldn't have everything the books had, and that as a child annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna know what's going on.
Yep.
Stacey's gonna know when they reference anything that happened in their first or second year.
Well, not really.
That's true, actually. That's
Because when did the first one come out? Let me have a quick look.
2000 and number.
Oh, Harry Potter and the... Oh, it's come up with the video game first, not the film.
Well, that is the more important cultural object.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good.
2001.
2000. Oh,
I was 6.
and she can't be held accountable for anything. She was 6.
I was 6. I don't remember what happened when I was 6. What about the other one? When did the second one come out?
2002.
Yeah, literally 2002.
Because they filmed them at the same time because they were babies, so they had to.
Ah, smart.
Child labour laws. Get them
Yeah.
working to film mines.
So, and then it went to
Prisoner of Azkaban.
2004.
And then this was 2005, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
So 2003 was an off year.
a clip.
Yeah.
A real clip. I think
2000
they slowed down after this, honestly.
2003 was an off year
Yeah.
before the third one.
Like the Olympics, but
Yeah. Like Glastonbury.
true.
They have to do an off year to let the grass grow.
True.
That's a UK reference. Unless, you're
I
Australian.
feel like people know that Glastonbury exists.
Well, I just have to be sure.
You never be sure.
Sure. So yeah, I was very young. I can probably remember like the odd reference. I know who like Hagrid is.
Yeah.
And Hedwig.
Oh, and Hedwig. That's honestly a deeper cut than I was expecting from you.
I know Hedwig. Mainly from the video game.
That makes sense, actually. That doesn't make sense.
Like, he has a big part in the video game. But
She,
like,
I think you'll find. She.
Yes.
Hedwig.
Mistake.
Owls can be women.
They can.
Can they?
I'd assume so.
I mean, they can be female. I don't-
Not
an owl
women.
can
Yeah,
be
that's
a woman.
what I meant. By the way, have you ever seen how long an owl's legs are? Like, actually?
Now, no, but now that you've said that, I can imagine what that looks like,
Yeah,
and that
no.
sounds...
Before we continue, and this has to make, like...
I'm just picturing an owl, I'm just picturing where I think the leg stops, and there just has to be more.
Yeah. Literally that. It's wild.
That it looks like he is wearing trousers.
It's like he's wearing, like, a long coat, like this part of his body.
It's like a flasher.
Yeah. It's meant... And then there's all these weird things. But, like,
That is weird, and I don't
look
like
at
it.
this. He's...
Look, for the viewers at home, the owls, if you see their whole legs, it looks fucked up. And I really don't know how else to explain it.
They're just so long.
Everyone go Google, the search term is owl legs. Which, I mean, I don't know why that surprises me. What else would you search? But
It's bizarre. So...
anyway, that's all
Anyway.
to say.
Yeah.
That
All that being said-
I'm going to know what's going on. Stacey isn't. And that intrigues me.
Me too. So
What do you... No, you go.
No, you go.
Oh, well, so, like... I was going to ask, what are your expectations? What are you expecting?
Magic and sorcery and wizardry.
Well, it is a school of witchcraft and wizardry.
Yes. So I've just had a little look at the little one-line synopsis on IMDb.
The log line.
Yes,
in the
the
industry.
love line. Harry Potter finds himself competing in a hazardous tournament between rival schools of magic, but he is distracted by recurring nightmares. So I...
Oh, wait, no, I do remember. I forgot about the recurring nightmares. And for a second, I was like...
What?
Like, genuinely just like, what?
What do you mean?
I don't... The perilous, hazardous tournament seems a lot more important. Actually, no, thinking about it, the recurring nightmares are in the 5th one. The 4th one has some, but it's not...
So this is like... Tagline, everything is about to change. That's all it says.
Everything is about to change. What a bad tagline.
That is about... It's too,
So vague.
vague.
And also, that could apply to any one of the movies. If nothing changed in the movie, that'd be a bad movie. Story structure.
Isn't that just like the general term for films. Like,
Yeah.
things have to
Everything is about
change.
to change. Well, yeah, otherwise, why would you
there's
make a
no
film
plot.
about it? Yeah.
So,
Yeah, magic makes sense. Sorcery makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe, I don't know.
stress.
Stress, yes. I mean, they're 14 in this one? So, it's a stressful time. I think, thinking back, this is one of the movies with, I would imagine, if I'm recalling correctly, some of the worst haircuts in the whole series.
Well,
all the men look like mops.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the, still image from the trailer.
They have a lot of hair.
There's a lot of hair.
It's everyone...
It's thick.
But it's like when not to brag, I was once a teenage boy.
Yeah.
I lived through that curse. And you do sort of, when you're 13, 14, 15, there is sort of a point where you just think that haircuts become optional, and you just...
There's so much.
You have so much hair and you don't take care of it. And you look...
And it's so thick.
Oh, so thick. And you
And,
look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, this is fine. And then you look at photos of yourself and you're like, who was that?
I can't see my eyes.
Yeah.
Or my nose. Or, to be honest, any facial...
Oh, wait, no, that's a photo of Cousin It. Easy mistake. Make.
So, yeah, even looking at the poster, Ron's got some...
Oh, she knows the names.
See, I do know the names.
This will be easy.
He's got some kind of glossy, curtain bang going on. Whereas Harry's is just
This has become a very hair-centric.
I don't know why.
I think it's because we're in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And that was...
It's a big focus.
It's always a big focus of history is the hair, is fashion, style.
It's true. It shows status. It shows
Culture. Counterculture.
You think about people like Zac Efron, Justin Bieber,
And
Pete Wentz.
I am constantly doing so. Not Pete Wentz.
no, but the hair,
But the hair. Oh, that's true, the hair.
you know. So yeah,
So a lot of hair, a lot of
hair.
magic, a lot of stress.
yeah. That's my 3 words for my expectations: hair, magic, stress. Me, every time I decide I'm going to change the colour of my hair.
It's magical, but it's stressful.
Yes.
And okay, so before we jump in, just briefly and quickly, we'll address the J.K. Rowling shaped elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Not to be a downer, but a bummer podcast. She's not a great person we've discovered in recent years. And by recent years, I mean the past 10.
Yeah.
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 So I don't think there's any fear that people are going to be like, oh my god, they're supporting J.K. Rowling. But in case there were, in case there was, we'll just say, in case there's any sort of implication that we like or support or can look past any of the bullshit she said about mainly trans people, some other groups as well, I think.
Yeah.
I'll just go on the record to say, I don't support, don't like, don't look past.
No, neither.
As far as I'm concerned, she wrote these books and never opened her mouth in public again.
Yep. It stops at the books.
It stops here.
It stops here. And that, maybe remind you that this podcast is about Robert Pattinson and his role in this. And it just so happens that he was in a film inspired by a book that J.K. Rowling wrote.
Yeah.
However, this is a fully inclusive podcast. We love people of all identities and shapes and sizes.
It was just Mardi Gras. It's really in the forefront of her mind right now.
Oh, yeah.
She has rainbow earrings and everything.
I know everything. I have so much merch.
Mardi Gras merch.
Mardi Gras merch. I have sunglasses, flags, earrings. I had stickers on my face. Flags! Flags!
Anyway,
Right,
shall
let's get into this.
we? All right. Oh my god, David Tennant's in this. I forgot.
Not Doctor Who.
Oh, in the black leather?
Nagini tells me the old Muggle caretaker is standing just outside the door.
It's like when you look into a car window thinking that no one is in the car
Yeah.
to check yourself out and then...
Oh, that's an English nightmare. Dying, and your tea is ready.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Hermione, bad dream.
Why they...
I love that he says her name as though they aren't best friends.
Yeah.
But it is the start of the film, so he has to be like, Hermione?
Yeah.
Honestly, get dressed.
Why do they all live together?
No, they're at Ron's house.
So why is she being a bossy bitch?
Don't hold back. Say what you feel. I'm really excited. Also, the hair is bad.
So much hair.
His hair is so good, though.
Oh, there he is!
His hair is so good. And okay, Emma Watson and Bonnie... I nearly said Bonnie Tyler, but that's holding out for a hero, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
The Ginny,
Yeah.
they gave a glance. They saw what we saw, and they liked as much as we did.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of the kitchen, we're all hungry.
Yeah, get out of the kitchen, right?
Feet off the table.
Feet off
The table.
Who is that mimicking and pirating?
They were the twins. Those were the twins.
Oh, I could end up loving this, you know. And then I'm just gonna watch all
You
the
can become a
Harry
massive
Potters.
Potterhead. I don't think we're at much of a risk of that.
No.
There's no one like Crumb. Crumb? Dumb Crumb. It's like a bird the way he rides the wind.
That's how I talk about Jamie Vardy.
That's how I talk about Rebecca Vardy. I don't know anything about her beyond that one thing.
Wagatha Christie.
That's my son! Ron!
Isn't that Anne
you all
Hamilton? My son.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
What? What do you mean?
There's a film going on. Okay, so they're already at the school, and this is actually
What are
moving.
they?
They're like winged horses, like Pegasuses. Pegasi?
Unicorns?
No.
Is a unicorn not a winged horse?
Nope. Pegasi.
Difference between a Pegasus and a unicorn?
Pegasus has wings. Unicorn has a horn.
They have wings! Unicorns have wings!
They truly do not. I
Yes,
mean,
they do.
they mean A, don't exist. But B,
Oh, they do?
yeah.
Oh.
The cultural stereotyping.
Ron's in love.
All French women just sort of breathily moan and... Why is there an acrobat?
That's not how you enter a room?
Professor Dumbledore, my horses have traveled a long
Dumbledore.
way. They will need attending to.
She is French, don't you know? They cannot say Dumbledore.
And why has he got a robotic eye?
Because he's not like other wizards. He's a cool wizard. They are leaving no room at any point for anyone to react to any information.
No. It's just literally
Go, go, go.
plot point. Which is the complete opposite to the last movie that we watched. That
It was
lacked
the
any
absence. It was one plot point per 45 minutes.
Anyone wishing to submit themselves to the tournament need only write their name upon a piece of parchment and throw it in the flame before this hour on Thursday night.
Brooding. He's brooding that lad.
Yeah.
I actually think he said in interviews that during the filming of this, he was like 18 or something, and he was just like absolutely chain drinking coffee and not speaking to anyone because he thought that it was like artistic, and he was like, I was miserable. Daniel Radcliffe looks so pasty.
I was thinking that. He looks unwell. I really liked Daniel Radcliffe in The Woman in Black. Have you seen that?
No.
It's very good.
One of these days, you'll bring up a film and I'll be able to say, yeah, I've seen that.
The third thing I
Third one in the past, what, half hour?
Look.
Literally.
What is this, a stag do?
We've done it. Cooked it up just this morning.
Meth.
Yeah. These two are creepy.
The twins? I just think you hate twins.
So what does this mean?
This is them entering the competition in the goblet, because then the goblet will like...
That's the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah. Oh no, now they're old.
Oh, right, you want a piece of it? Get that! I'll take that. Come on.
Why is she like, yeah, I'll read my book here?
Because she's quirky.
She's not
That's
like
like
other
what I do
girls.
on the train.
She'll crack open an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
You want to hold that?
Everyone just becomes fully silent to watch the European, like...
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever said where they're from.
I'm going to say Bulgaria.
Did you just pull Bulgaria fully out of your ass?
Yeah.
He's from the Bulgarian national Quidditch team. The final was Ireland against Bulgaria.
I'm so good at pinpointing where people are from.
And Britain still left the EU with this in their back
With
pocket.
this knowledge.
You could have saved European relations.
Just show me a lineup of people, I'll tell you where they're all from, and we can continue with our day.
I actually don't think that was the issue behind Brexit. We just don't know which one's a Bulgarian.
We have to just leave. We're too embarrassed.
The champion for bow battens.
Beaubaton.
Beaubaton? Exactement. I have a French degree, just so we're all aware.
You have a French degree?
Oh, that's why I lived in France for a year. I'm surprised it's taken me so long to bring it up on mic.
Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Not the protagonist being involved in some trickery and chicanery.
I know. He's like, that's not me, I'm not here. I have noticed a few ominous
Why
scares.
are they hanging out in a mausoleum? / wine cellar? What's going on? You French tart? What the fuck?
Only an exceptionally powerful confundus charm could have hoodwinked it. Magic way beyond the talents of a 4th year.
Oh, I love the word hoodwinked.
Me too,
It's a
actually.
great word.
Hoodwink, bamboozle.
I've been hoodwinked.
Mr. Potter has no choice.
He has to do it.
He is, as of tonight, a Tri-Wizards
He has
champion.
not really had a line.
He's like, ooh.
God, he is like Robert Pattinson in the last film.
Yeah.
Ostensibly a main character, he's not really said much. But he's a quiet boy.
He's a quiet, reserved boy.
I mean, a big part of the plot is that, like, he keeps getting shoved into the center of attention, and he's like, I don't actually like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I am in fact a little orphan boy.
Yeah, his face then was literally like, I can quit. I can withdraw. I can give this to someone else. I don't mind.
Yeah.
There's the dark mark. Know this?
What do you suggest, Madame?
Maggie Smith, icon. Icon that you are. Dame Maggie, even.
Master, I too find it difficult to believe this mere coincidence.
R.I.P.
I thought you meant about Maggie Smith, and I was about to become quite upset.
We're going to quit this
But no,
episode.
Alan Rickman,
Yeah.
icon that he is. Oh, this bitch.
Who's
Sorry,
this?
that's rude of me.
I'm Rita Skeeter.
She sounds like a DJ.
Rita Skeeter!
Everyone loves a rebel, Harry.
Not me.
See, Gorka got off. He was a Death Eater.
Oh, we knew that. He has a goatee. One thing we've learned. Goatees, bad news.
Bad news.
What are you hiding under that chin?
Do you know that
What's
from
under there?
personal experience?
I know that from the previous film.
Who are you talking to? What? Who says I was talking to anyone?
Can Ron stop being so salty?
I mean, I kind of get it. He's like, what, the second youngest of like a million kids? And as someone who's the second youngest of a million kids.
Me too. Well, not... Wait, you're talking about your family, aren't you? I was talking about being like at school and being the youngest.
No, I was talking about siblings.
Oh.
How dare you trivialize my struggle?
What's with the flower? Hagrid, have you combed your hair?
I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking the same thing.
As a matter of fact, I have. You might like to try the same thing now and again.
Oh my god. Hair burn from Hagrid.
Dragons? That's the first task. You're joking.
Why was he invisible?
Because he has an invisibility cloak. The bigger question is, why did he just take it off?
Yeah.
I have to admit, that horntail is a right nasty piece of work.
There's got to be a pun in there somewhere.
Rude way to talk about a woman.
You need to give your flower to your woman.
I think it's like not a corsage. What's a male corsage?
Oh, like a... Not a lapel, but like a... I know what you mean.
A brosage.
Oh no, you don't, Sonny! I take you to put someone on their back is turned.
Oh, he's a little ferret.
And he can do tricks. Cirque du Soleil.
Is that a student?
Technically, it's a ferret.
See, that would not bother me because I love animals. I'd be like, finally.
Oh, great serve.
We never use transfiguration as a punishment. Surely Dumbledore told you that.
The fact that Dumbledore had to mention, by the way, do not curse and hex the students. How did he pass a working with children check?
Yeah.
That's a full glass. Lets me keep an eye on my enemies. If I can see the whites of their eyes, they're standing right behind me.
A regular mirror would also do that.
Come on, Potter. What are your strengths?
I can do a Rubik's Cube in 3 minutes.
Place your bet. Bet's taken. Bet's taken.
God, the one thing I do like about the movies is that they do give them real cool costumes. Like this, like sort of athleisure, like Nike but robes.
Yeah, with their names on the back.
Yeah, I wish I had clothing with names. Actually, I don't wish I had clothing with my name on the back because I don't need people knowing my name. My name's redacted in all these recordings.
Champions, Mr. Diggory, at the sound of the cannon, you
Why a cannon? You all have magic. Why a cannon?
I know, and you're in a tent. That is a hazard.
That is such a fire hazard. And actually, now that I'm looking at those robes, they don't look like natural fibers. Which, if they're fighting a dragon, you don't want it to melt. Come on.
3 of our champions have now faced their dragons, and so each one of them will proceed to the next task.
Oh, thank God they're telling us, not showing us.
Yeah,
that's
some
great
narration.
filmmaking.
Some narration is great.
I love having things described to me by a character who is also themselves off screen. It's convenient that they had a crag available to them.
Yeah.
To put up an arena around.
Yeah, because booking spaces like this is a nightmare.
The risk assessment. The risk assessments they must have
The availability alone.
Oh my God. Well, the geology club has access to the crag.
Lord.
I love that he was like, I'll just walk quickly to the egg and I'll get it.
I'll just walk to it. Well, no one's tried that yet, have they? Did they make any more Harry Potter PlayStation games? I used to like collecting the little chocolate frogs.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Yeah. It's a real good sign of a film when you're watching it and talking about a video game based on a film that isn't this film. That you also haven't played since you were a child.
It's all coming back to me. It was him on his broom reminded me. Where's the egg? Oh, there it is. Get it.
Get that egg.
That is a Ferrero Rocher Easter egg. If I've ever seen one.
On crack cocaine.
Yes.
Who wants me to open it?
Oh, come on.
Stop it. Stop showing off. It's literally like he's talking to like a kindergarten class. Dreadful.
The bloody hell was that?
I agree, Ron. What the bloody
Strongly
hell
pro-Ron.
was that?
He tells it like it is.
Do you know what I've just remembered? Is my mum, she had the box set of Harry Potter, all of them, and she just watched them back to back. And by the end of it, she'd coined it the boy with the grubby face. Because she was like, every single film, he just has a dirty face.
That's how you can tell he's really lived.
Like, he's just grubby.
He's a dirty boy.
So now
filthy.
it's Harry Potter, the boy with the dirty face.
And we're back.
And we're back, just like that. Doesn't time fly?
No.
Doesn't time fly like
Is that
the
good
snitch
improv?
in...
Doesn't time fly? No.
Terrible. Where's your accepting and extending?
Yes, and how about no full
No.
stop? No is a complete sentence. in
Very
improv class, no.
No.
And that's enough.
And you are enough. It's a very niche reference for those of you that get it.
So, I feel like I want to start with you.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Thank you. Thank you so much for just prioritising my thoughts and opinions.
Girls to the front.
Yes.
Like Riot Girl.
Well, it's hard to have thoughts when there's so many of them just like scrambling around in my head.
Yeah.
Like, I am trying to piece together a plot, which I should be able to do because there were several plot points. But because they were so short and pacey.
And this is a 2.5 hour film, and we've only watched like an hour and 15.
Yeah.
So much plot presumably yet to come.
And so much plot that you're telling me is being missed from the book.
Yeah.
But like, so far, there have been like little moments that I've enjoyed.
Little fun moments?
Little fun moments.
We're having fun.
Yeah. Like, I like the idea that's like, it's a little competition. I used to like watching like programs about where people would have to do tasks. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
Like 50-50? Did you have that over here? No? Just anyway, I love anything
You just
that
like
involves...
watching people do things.
I like games. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I like watching like game shows and like gladiators and stuff like that. So it's giving that kind of like I'm enjoying that.
I mean, so far it's just been the dragon though. Thoughts on the dragon? Did you enjoy the dragon as a game?
I think it dragged out a bit too long.
Not dragged out. Not dragged out.
I think I loved the idea of like, okay, this is the first game, ooh, and they were all being briefed on the instructions.
But even the Goblet of Fire itself, kind of a game there.
Kind of a game, like kind of fun. But yeah, like, and then it got into the game and I was like...
Also, started with the game. Quidditch World Cup.
Quidditch, I know about Quidditch.
Do you?
Yeah, that's where they've got the, what's it called? It begins with an S. The thing that flies. What's it called?
Oh, you got this. I know you do.
It's an S, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Oh, what is it, Harry? What's the second letter?
M. Yes. No,
yes. I don't think I've got it.
The snitch. The golden snitch.
No, I knew that.
That's why I wasn't telling you. I wanted you to have that moment for yourself.
I knew that. So, yeah. But again, I know that from the PlayStation game, because it was a mini game where you had to fly around for your training, your Quidditch training.
Yeah, of course.
That's like me at the World Cup.
In what sense?
I had paint on my face and a scarf.
I grow a twin. Okay, a huge sign saying top of the morning. Culturally, I don't know if we're loving that.
I think that's a bit xenophobic.
Well, it's just like... Is that like, what the supporters of the Irish national team would say?
No. Well, no.
Me when I'm making a schnitzel. Crum! You in food tech at your GCSEs?
On the written paper, what do you call the outside?
A schnitzel. What texture must you look for in your bread? Crumb!
I couldn't tell you who was competing. Oh, the Irish and the Bulgarians.
Which you pulled out of truly nowhere.
Pulled that
like,
from this...
like unconsciously somewhere.
I have been to Bulgaria.
Bulgaria was on the mind.
So, but that was in 15?
10 years after, the 10-year anniversary.
I went there. So, yeah, I'm just... And I don't know who people are, which is tricky.
They said Hermione's name first up.
And I know who she is.
That's the thing, because Harry, like, so much of this film, like, this is, I feel like, I've said this, it's really the point where they started assuming that everyone has read the books.
Yeah.
Because they were like...
Or seen the first 3 films.
because there's too much plot for them to stop and explain stuff.
Yes.
But, and I understand that, but Harry, Hermione, and Ron, those names are like deep cultural knowledge.
Yeah.
That doesn't, you don't need Harry Potter to wake up and go, Hermione, why are you waking me up? Like,
why are you waking me, Harry, up from my sleep?
Like Emma Watson is Hermione, like a one-woman show. Emma Watson is Hermione.
Like that is, what else has she been in? Beauty and the Beast.
Bling Ring.
Bling Ring? Is that the one with Emma Roberts?
Quite possibly. It's a lot of skinny little white bitches. Like,
it's like that. Just... You're so right. Yeah. You're so right. So, go.
What do we think about, first up, Robert Pattinson?
Yep.
His entrance.
He's looking a lot better.
He looks so much better. It's crazy.
He's looking so much...
And he would have been like the same age, probably. He would have gone straight from Germany to England.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
He looks...
So he was, he's 18.
18-ish,
We established he's about 18. No, he's looking clean. He's looking...
dare I say dashing? This
just
is
like a nice boy.
This is really like... If we're fulfilling the promise inherent in our title.
Yes.
As far as posters go, are we going for Giselher or are we going for Cedric?
We're going for Cedric.
Of course we are. Also, better name.
Yeah.
Although Diggory as a last name.
Poor
choice by someone along the line.
But also looking taller. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was like, he's taller than...
Yeah, had a growth spurt.
Sport. Oh, I forgot all the sport. But he's taller than the others. He's taller than Harry.
Oh, yeah.
And Ron and Hermione.
Well, Daniel Radcliffe is short.
Yeah. He's a short king.
He is such a short king.
So, Yeah, like and entrance from the tree.
From on high.
But again, that could be his influence from the previous film.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like took him. What was that thing called? The jetty, not the jetty. The
jeté.
The
ballet move.
What's it called? The blacksmith's like workshop. What was that called?
Oh, smithy.
Smithy. Not a jetty. The smithy. He's all about that, like those kinds of entrances.
Yeah.
Birds.
He loves drama.
Trees. Yeah.
Birds. Hedwig.
Common theme.
Actually, was Hedwig even?
No, Hedwig, baby girl, has to stay because she's too recognised.
That's true. She's too famous.
So they were like, we have to send this bitey owl instead.
Not a bitey owl.
Not the bitey owl with the long, scrawny legs.
Oh my god.
They had to send that bird instead because Hedwig is too famous.
Maybe
unintentionally.
While Hedwig was doing off-Broadway.
Can we see a Hedwig side story, please?
That's what Hedwig and the Angry Inch is about.
What? There is one?
Oh, no, it's like a famous musical, Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh. About...
No, not about the owl. This joke would have landed a lot better if you knew Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's like a musical about it's like... I was gonna just try to summarize it for you, but I haven't seen it, and I don't want people to be mad. You know when you listen to a podcast and someone is confidently saying a fact that you know is wrong, and it feels like you want to rip your own ears off?
Yeah, because
I'm saving you, the audience, from that. So you're welcome. Like and subscribe for more content of me refusing to share information.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to see more about her.
What's her story?
I think she's an unspoken hero. She works so hard.
How's she speaking?
What do you mean?
She's an owl.
But like other people aren't speaking.
Where's her voice?
Other people aren't.
I wish people would speak for women more.
Yes. Told you we get political on this podcast.
Women should be spoken over more.
Yeah. So
Quidditch. There's a Quidditch. There's a lot of off-screen bullshit happening in this film. We don't get to see the Quidditch final, and I'm salty about it.
Yep.
That's a chapter and a half in the book.
Yeah.
Here it's nothing.
How long's a chapter in the Harry Potter books? Like 10 pages, 20 pages? Because they're big books.
I would say 15.
15 pages? 15 turns or 15 pages? Because they're two separate things.
I don't... You've really got me stumped there. I don't actually think about these things.
Don't you?
Only when it's a boring chapter, I don't want to see how long until it's over.
Honestly, I do that all the time. I'm like, it's only 4-page flicks. That's not long. But like 10-page flicks, that's 20 pages. That's going to take me a while.
Yeah, well, I'm a fast reader.
You're a fast... See, I'm not.
I'm a fast reader.
It's a great skill to have. I'm a slow reader.
Do I retain any of that information? Who's to say? Me? No, I don't.
That's your own dirty little secret.
The amount of times there's a massive, crazy revelation in the book, and I'm like...
You have to go back and read it.
Gotta be like, who is this person? Why does it seem like every character is shocked by something?
I tried to like see how long it would take me to like read a page, but I couldn't time it properly because I had to go back because I was like too focused on trying to
you're too in your own head.
Get through.
You're too in your own head.
I know.
You don't want to read in that headspace. You don't want to bring that energy in.
Why does it matter how long it takes me to read a page?
That is another good, like, if you're on a Kindle, it'll tell, like, ooh, time to the end of the chapter, time to the end of the chapter.
I have to, you can tap the screen and to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to work under timed conditions.
There are some things we're not meant to know.
No.
And how fast we read is one of them.
Let me read at my own pace.
I like the idea of you just sitting there with a Kindle, be like, let me read.
I'm so stressed. I've only got 3 hours left and I'm not going to do it in time.
That is when you open up like a fat ass book and it's like, it'll take you 8 hours to read it. It's like, I don't actually want to know that.
No. And also it won't. It'll take me much longer because it's small font.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Quidditch, hooliganism, the World Cup.
They went from... there's a bunch of, like, dudes casting curses and hexes around to this is a desolate, barren field where nothing will grow again.
Yeah.
So
everything's burnt.
So quick.
And ruined.
The death toll. Did everyone just the
fallout from that would have been...
But we'll never know. Because we get to see the repercussions of nothing.
Nothing. I don't know. And then we're talking about the Death Eaters.
Get back to the pocket!
It's like a riot, football hooligans. Oh, actually, I have now just realised that this scene is definitely a reference to football hooliganism.
It looks like it.
And that is a connection that I made
By
now,
yourself
currently,
as well.
Yeah. Well, it's not my culture, you see.
We were all just having, you know, a lovely grand old time talking about
Being
how
slightly
he,
culturally insensitive, but still trying with the Irish.
and talking about how he flies through the wind like a bird.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know when it's all is. No, we'll get copyright stricken. Our singing is too good.
Yeah. Surely though, if you eat death, you're keeping people alive. Like if someone's dying.
I think it's the idea is like they want to be victorious over death. It's not like a community service thing. It's not altruistic. The Death Eaters with the skull and the snake. And the hats and the hooliganism.
They just go into hospitals and just take the death away from everyone.
So misunderstood. Nom nom nom.
And I'm just like, you're all dealing with this very well. Like, suspiciously well.
Like who?
This has happened.
The students.
Yeah, like this has happened before.
Well, it has, because back when Voldemort was first to come to
But
power.
I wouldn't know that.
That is sort of a failure.
On my part.
Not a failure on your part. I would never speak that way about you. But that is sort of your fault.
So that is a flaw that I accept. I know.
It's because it's so hard to
It's
get
hard.
a beat on this film. And I've seen all these films.
Yeah.
I've read all these books.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a while, to be fair.
Yeah.
But they are just pumping through the plot. It's exhausting. Nothing...
It is That's the word.
It's like nothing... It's just...
We both look exhausted.
So it's also 9:30 p.m. on a Monday. We both were at work. It was Mardi Gras last Sunday. I'm still hungover, probably. Sunday? Saturday. What day is it today?
Monday. So...
It was a rattling experience.
It was rattling. And then, on my next note is spells in class.
So, quick check-in. Have you understood anything that's happened so far?
I'm not really sure who he is and why he yields so much power.
He's their new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, which they get a new one every year. It's like a plot device.
Okay.
And he's like basically an ex-cop.
Longbottom, is it?
Isn't he like really good looking now?
Yeah,
he's like really chiseled.
He glowed up
and,
hardcore, yeah.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I think in the last couple of films he like had to wear like slight prosthetics to cover up the fact that he was like
so handsome.
Yeah. It's me too.
Yeah.
Every day when I leave the
Happens
house,
all
just
the
to like.
time. I have to put some prosthetics.
Otherwise,
in.
I'm just accosted, but like, you're beautiful. You're incredible.
It's exhausting.
Please have a photographer.
Stop it! Can't you see it's bothering him? Stop it!
That was such an outsized reaction.
Yeah.
There's a reason those curses are unforgivable. To perform them in a classroom. I mean, did you see Neville's face?
Oh, she is pissed.
Mom, we'll have a cup of tea. I want to show you something.
That is creepy. For a teacher to be like, let's have a cup of tea, I'll show you something.
Yeah.
I don't love this.
I don't trust that. Don't go.
No.
He's allowed to laugh at the funny spells he's doing. Anyone else laughs?
The funny spells being the 3 illegal spells.
Yes.
It's like, because he's an ex-cop. It is like an ex-cop.
Being your teacher.
And just like shooting guns in class, be like, ah!
Isn't this fun?
And it's like, I don't think that's on the syllabus.
It's definitely not. He's not looked at the curriculum. He's not looked at the scope and sequence.
Absolutely not. And you know he is just going to start dishing out assessments with no proper, like, warning, no notifications, no clear criteria.
No consideration for the different adjustments that will be needed for the students.
No. Oh, no.
None of that at all. He's just one size fits all. Everyone does the same spell.
Everyone watches me murder these spiders.
Yeah. And that's school.
But then also, in that same scene, it was meant to be a big scene of like, oh my god, Neville's like upset for plot reasons.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of looks a little ill. But,
Yeah.
you know, maybe he's internalizing. But then Hermione's like, stop!
Can't you see it's uncomfortable?
Histrionic.
Honest to God.
She's operating at an 11 at all times. On a scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I think even Neville was like, you don't need to do
That is funny when you're upset or whatever and someone is going to bat way too hard.
Yeah.
And you're like, I was upset, but not to this level.
Yeah, you don't need to be reacting that way. If I'm not that upset, you shouldn't be that upset.
Yeah, we can all move past this.
Yeah, and then she's like storming down the stairs like, you can see he didn't want to go through that. And he's just stood there staring at a stained
And
glass
it's like,
window.
it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
It is.
It's just a bit much.
Well, she's an empath.
She wasn't empath.
She's actually not. In the book, she is genuinely
the
quite
opposite.
nasty.
Yeah.
In like an interesting, like, characterful way. But she's like nasty.
Whereas here she's just coming across as a bit like... bit annoying. Bit annoying.
And I hate to say that about a woman.
I do. I don't...
But hey, you know who else is annoying? Ron.
Might have let your best friend know, though. Let you know what? You know bloody well what.
He's like, not you as well.
Not petulantly rolling
Yeah,
over
not
to-
rolling over in bed.
Piss off.
Ouch!
In a children's film?
Film?
Stay away from me. Fine.
Your beds are next to each other. You can't stay that far away.
Yeah.
Why is Seamus mad too?
He doesn't have a personality, so he has to latch on to...
No, Seamus's personality is Irish. His name is Seamus Finnegan.
No, yeah, that's the best they could come up with.
This is the woman who came up with Cho Chang.
Yeah.
I reckon you have to be barking mad to put your own name in the Goblet of Fire. Come on, have you? Took you long enough?
Alright, don't be salty about it.
And when he rolled over in bed and told him to piss off...
That strongest language we've seen.
Honest
It's all been
to
like,
God.
get, you stink,
stink.
you smell, greasy hair.
It was the
Ron going, piss off.
And it was the rollover and the blanket over his shoulder whilst he did it.
It's just so funny because they're in a room of like 5 boys and they're just like having something go, piss off. It makes me really realise that I don't miss being a teenage boy.
No.
Not that I was ever
I don't miss
involved
being a teenage boy.
Well, would you if you could? That's the real question.
No.
Yeah, fair.
It was hard enough being a teenage girl. I don't need to know what it was like to be a teenage boy.
was definitely easier. Due to society. Due to the way women are treated in society.
There we are again.
Society.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Would you look at that? We're back at the mistreatment
Don't
of
get me
women.
started on my thoughts about feminism and dragons.
Oh, the cycle.
They need it.
But again, why are the dragons mad?
I think in the books they like say that they deliberately got like brooding mothers, so that they like want to defend the eggs.
Got you.
Which also like leave women alone.
Yeah. It's very easy for men who have a 24-hour cycle compared to a 28-day cycle
Like
to
hormonal
comment.
cycles? Yeah.
To comment on the hormones of the female dragon. Okay.
Not all these men commenting on the hormones of the female dragon.
I'm just sick of it. It's misogyny at its finest.
This is a strongly pro-dragon podcast.
We'll choose the female dragons because they're hormonal. Well,
I don't know if they are. Also, I don't know how lizards work. Actually, no, lizards probably have hormones. Hormones are just a thing that living creatures have.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I would assume that in order to mate, they have...
Not that I would ever call a woman a creature.
Covering all bases here. Holy shit. I also assume that in order to breed, the female will have to have some sort of menstrual cycle.
Yeah, probably.
Like, are they you know how you said in the book they talk about the dragons that are most like...
They're like brooding mothers,
Yeah.
so that they were really protective of the golden egg.
So they've like tracked their periods on a period app and they've gone, oh,
Wouldn't
she's
a dragon
PMSing.
period just be a dragon laying an unfertilized egg like a chicken? I don't know if either one of us have enough understanding of biology to have this
look, I can tell you everything about my personal cycle. Everything. Everything you want to know.
You're making it sound like such a threat.
And I will. Don't make me.
Oh, you can't be stopped. Hold her back. She's about to go in depth about her cycle.
So, thanks to Flow, not sponsored, but open to offers.
Is that an app or just the lady?
No, it's an app.
No, it's Flo's the machine who listens to my cycle when I'm really upset. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Wow.
So
Dog days are over as soon as it's finished.
Literally. And I could tell you every single detail. However, on my knowledge of other animals' menstrual cycles...
They're called women, but...
No, other
Say women.
female animals.
Okay.
I can tell you about other women's cycles as well.
You know all of them. My superpower is I have a bizarrely detailed understanding of everyone's menstrual cycle.
And where in Europe they're from. What's your next note? Mine, I skipped a few.
Curses, selection. Oh, they select their champions for the Triwizard.
Oh, Harry.
I feel like we've talked very little about the plot so far because
There's none.
But there's
too much.
There's too much.
There's too much.
There's too much. If we're going to do try to broad strokes of the plot, no such thing exists.
No, we can't
it's
do that.
Tiny, tiny strokes only. Many, many tiny strokes. The names of the champions come out of the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
The titular Goblet of Fire.
And then I stopped because I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, all these names come out. Crumb, Fleur, Cedric, and he's a bit like, well, yeah.
He's like, well, everyone knew it.
And then Harry Potter.
And he sits back down, doesn't he? He's embarrassed.
It is funny that he's like, don't look at me. And then Dumbledore's like, Harry Potter! You know where he sits.
Yeah.
B, you know
there is definitely a seating plan.
You know this boy so well. They have to sit in their houses, yeah. It is funny to me in Hogwarts how strictly down house lines everything is.
But that's like schools.
Is that like a common... Because we have schoolhouses in Australia, but it's not like you're tied permanently to that group. It feels more like fucking fraternities or something. It's so...
No, I guess it's not... Like my school, it was like... I think it was at my school more for organisation purposes. Like there was
sort of somehow.
We didn't have any like over here. House spirit is a thing. Right? But I was in a house. What house was I in? My third school. Because
you kept getting kicked out. Yeah.
Because in the UK, I went to a primary school, then a secondary school, and then a school for like year 10, 11, 12, and 13. But now they're starting to merge together. So I went to like a middle...
a hellish monstrosity, like a rat king.
It was... right? It was like a middle... Like, we didn't call it middle school.
Because you're not American.
I'm not American. But I went to a school in year 7, 8, and 9 where we had houses. And after that, I don't think I was in a house. If I was, I wasn't aware of it.
News to me.
House events were on, and I was like, what? So
imagine that at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Being like, God, why is everyone just wandering around?
What's happening? Where are you all going all the time?
Why is everyone talking so violently about all these other groups of people?
Just chill. Like, why are you all naming your friendship groups?
Ugh.
So, yeah, and my school, actually, this does make... You know how I'm like, this isn't what schools are like. Our school houses were based on historical periods of time. So we had Tudor, Windsor, Stuart, and Plantagenet, who shortened it to Plaggy.
That feels like there's one outlier in those four names.
Yeah.
And it's not Tudor or Stuart or Windsor.
Plaggy was green. I was not in that. I was in Stuart, which was blue.
Plaggy sounds contagious.
Yeah. Plantagenet.
Ugh.
Imagine. Your first day of year 7 and you get your house and it's Plantagenet.
Oh, it's like if you're at Hogwarts, you get put in Hufflepuff and you're like, things are not going to go well. Although Cedric is in Hufflepuff. He's famously, in the books, it's a whole thing of how, like,
oh, really?
Hufflepuff never get any attention because they're just, like, the leftovers. They're, like, the nice ones, blah, whatever, no, who's a shit. Grow up, have a personality.
Yeah.
It's kind of strongly anti-Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Well, you see, because I'm a Ravenclaw.
Oh, no, he knows what house he's in.
Did I ever tell you, one of the funniest roasts I ever got, I met my friend's this is years ago, my friend's boyfriend, I met him for the first time, and he's a bit younger than me. And we were just talking, and we were talking about, like, the fact that, yeah, our age, he's a bit younger than me. And he was like, oh, yeah, so, what Hogwarts house are you in? And I was like, like, I'm not like a big Harry Potter fan, but I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm probably like in Ravenclaw. And he just went, nobody fucking cares, millennial. And he was right to say it.
Oh my God, you were just like, I can't even be mad.
I was sitting there, I was like, I shouldn't have answered the question. No, it was a trap and I fell into it.
That is a trick question. But
all that being said, Cedric was a Hufflepuff. It was a whole thing of like, oh my God, Hufflepuff. That's why they were salty when Harry got picked. And why all the Hufflepuffs were like, Harry Potter smells, Harry Potter stinks, because they're A, infants. And B, Hufflepuff is like, they're like, we never get anything. But now that like the hot boy, the hot school champion boy.
Who happens to be in Hufflepuff.
Yeah, it was like a big thing for them.
Right. So what house do you want to be in at Hogwarts?
Not Slytherin because they're evil.
Okay.
Honestly, maybe not Ravenclaw because they all have like changing passwords except for Ravenclaw. To get into their dormitory, you have to do a riddle, and I'm dog shit at riddles. I'm so bad at riddles. I hate them.
I don't mind a riddle. It depends.
I like it when I know the answer because I feel like a genius.
I've got a good riddle for you.
Oh God.
Oh wait, keep talking because I need to get it right.
Also, I love the implication that I'm just going to keep talking. You're going to pay no attention.
No, I am paying attention. I'm able to think about both. I am. I promise.
So yeah, you don't want to be Ravenclaw. Gryffindor, I guess, is like the protagonist house, and then Hufflepuff. Probably all stoners.
Mm.
I'm out of house.
So none of them.
I heard myself talking about Hogwarts houses, and I wanted it to end quickly.
Yeah, I'm done. I thought of the riddle.
Okay, great.
What is the size of an elephant but weighs nothing?
The size of an elephant but weighs nothing. Air that takes up the volume of an elephant. I don't know.
Do you know what the answer is?
No.
I'm gonna tell you.
Why must you do ASMR?
I'm gonna tell you because it's a secret. It's shadow.
Like an elephant shadow.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
No, it's not. It's true.
If
It's the size of the elephant.
oh, like a two, sure. But all I'm saying is, if I tried to get into
It's
the
a
Ravenclaw,
riddle.
if I tried to get into the Ravenclaw common room and that was the answer, I'd
You
deck
wouldn't want to go
someone.
in?
I'd deck someone.
Why don't you like it?
I just hate riddles. I hate not instantly knowing something. I hate not being good at things.
It's all coming out. It's all coming out.
Which is why I'd make such a good Ravenclaw. Because them shits know things.
But, so would I be a good one because I know riddles or not?
Yeah, you and I would team up.
Yeah.
We'd go everywhere together.
Because you know things and I know riddles. That's all I bring to the
implication
table.
being riddles aren't things.
They're not.
But also, actually, now I'm picturing it being in the Ravenclaw common room and everyone talking about, like, being smart and, like, puzzles and, like, experiments. Like, fuck off, nerds, fuck off.
Yeah, you know everything. All I know is riddles and how to pick a man from Bulgaria.
Maybe that's a riddle. How do you pick a man from Bulgaria? Stacey.
You just know.
You just know.
You know when you know.
Oh, you know what you know. Okay. They selected their champions.
Yes.
Everyone's like, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, no, it can't
And
be.
he's a bit like, he just sort of wanders slightly stunned throughout this whole movie.
I know. And he's like, I'm 14. No, you're not.
Dragon. He flies. I don't know. It's just a lot of spectacle.
Visually, it's, for its time, I imagine it was received very well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even now, like, the snake CGI was weirdly bad. But then, like, the dragon CGI,
It's
you
good.
can tell they put time and effort into it.
Yeah.
But it's a bit just like...
But again, like, he was on that dragon for too long. I was like, I get it. The dragon's chasing you.
But also, like, the main climactic point of that scene was him, like, hanging from, like, a window, trying to grab the broom that had been knocked off of. And I sort of sitting there, like, just grab it.
Just grab it.
Grab it.
Just lean forward. It's called, like shifting your body weight.
Also, like, you got a wand. You summoned the...
You're allowed... He's been told he is allowed to take a wand.
You summoned the broom in the first place.
Yeah.
Summoned it again.
Yeah.
Can't be that hard.
You've done it once.
I could be a wizard.
Easily.
What do I fucking sign up?
Like, honestly, I don't know why they're all so stressed all the time.
You got magic, dude. You got magic.
You can do anything you want. Just, like, do a spell on the dragon so that it sleeps peacefully. And then just...
And it is that simple.
And then just walk up to the egg and say, wasn't that hard?
To the egg?
Yeah.
Well, implying,
like, to pick up the egg.
that the egg was trying to, like, free itself, but you had to get it.
So, like, you put the dragon to sleep, and then the egg is still on that, like, wall that it was on.
In the crag, yeah.
Yeah. So dragon sleep, don't have to deal with that. I'm going to fly over, pick up the egg, whee, and then get out of there, wake the dragon up just before I leave.
Boy, but do you even have to?
No.
I think we have people for that.
Not if they're relaxed.
Yeah.
Honestly, she'll probably appreciate the time out.
She's a busy working mother.
Yeah. And we said this in the last film.
Leave her alone.
Let her sleep.
Let her sleep. Oh, God.
And then he's giving it big ones with all his friends, isn't he, in that, like, common room.
Yeah, they're all like...
And he's like, do you want me to open it? And they're like, yeah. I said, do you want me to open it? Like a children's entertainer.
Well, he was entertaining children.
Literally. And then Ron comes in whilst the egg's like...
It's true. It's true.
Making the worst noise I've ever heard.
Wow.
That noise that I just made was the second.
Let's see if we can go for a third, lads.
Oh, I can't.
No.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah, so he's just like...
Yeah.
And then there's an egg and it makes noise. And that's a...
And that's where we...
That's where we...
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. Emotionally, spiritually, that's where we're at. One screaming egg.
Pushed me to the edge.
It is funny to me that the books obviously were a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
But that the movies were as big as, if not bigger than, the books, because this is just like, it's hard to follow, and I know what's going on.
Yeah. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
From a stimulation point of view, there's a lot to take in.
We didn't even get into the ship and the flying horses, and the synchronized dance sequence when they entered the hall. There's not enough time in the day.
There's not enough time to cover all of it. So on that note, next episode, what are we thinking?
Well, it feels unfair for me to say.
Yeah.
Because I know the story. What are you expecting? What are you looking for?
How did I describe this one? Hair, stress, and magic.
I mean,
more of that.
Hair, stress, and magic.
I hit the nail on the head.
Got it in one.
Hit the nail on the head. I'm excited to see more of the little games that we're doing.
2 more.
Okay.
Because Triwizard 3. 2.
It's giving like Squid Game.
It is giving proto Squid Game. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Squib Game, which is a pun that if you read the books, you get it. A squib is a person who can't do magic.
I'm feeling quite left out of my own podcast.
You're bullying by exclusion. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see all the little challenges and the little games, and who's gonna win.
Ooh, maybe it's the protagonist.
Maybe. I mean, considering that there's how many more films after this?
Or
something tells me it goes well for him.
4 more films, yeah.
Yeah.
So either imagine if he died in the 4th film, and the other 4 just had his name on it for some reason.
Yeah. And the other 4 are about Hedwig, which is really what I want.
I will say, knowing that I know the plot, so like I'll leave that alone. I won't spoil. From my perspective, like now rewatching the movie, being reminded of the movie, I want everyone to just calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Give us some space to breathe.
Yeah.
Like, where's the denouement? Which is, I think, the correct word for a moment of stillness after an emotional climax. That's in French and has to do with film. 2 of my 3 degrees.
I love that word. That's
like a
great.
Fucking cunt right now.
I mean, look, you said it, babe.
From the horse's mouth.
But I am here for a moment of stillness. I'm here for it.
Action, action, action.
Can we just slow down? Okay.
Stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses and just process what's happening to you, okay? We move through life at this pace. Can we just slow down? Look where we are, what's happening?
You can tell that it's nearly 10 p.m. because we're
ready to go to bed.
I have to get a train.
Oh, what time is the last train?
Hopefully not 10 p.m.
So, on that note,
I guess we'll see you later.
We'll see you later. Make sure you share this with your loved ones.
That's
and
true.
The ones that you don't love so much. Just share it with them and say, hey.
If you loved it, share with your loved ones. If you hated it, share with your hated ones.
Oh, love that.
If you were in the middle, do both.
Yep.
Cover all bases.
Give it a rating.
Give us a comment that is nice and polite and sings only our praises.
Yeah, because we will just monitor it.
Yeah.
And remove...
well, I wouldn't say we'd remove it. We'd at least cry.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. We have enough on our plate as 2 white millennials with arts degrees and a podcast.
Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility for 2 people to shoulder.
Yeah. So, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.